and then I'll go back into a quick share. Okay, so I'm going to share the screen. Here we go again. And share, and then here we go. Okay. So now you guys have the opportunity to go ahead and take a look. Yeah. Did anybody start C yet?
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay, good. Okay. Is everybody working on B right now?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So do you guys want to do B and then we'll go over it together, and then you'll do C and then we'll go over that together, and then we'll go over A together?
Yeah.
Does that sound good? Okay. So let me know when you guys are done with B, and then we'll take it from there, okay? I'll be right back. Say hi. Can you say hi to everybody? Everybody say hi to Bugaboo.
Hello.
Say hi, Doodle. Isn't he adorable? Just look up for a minute. Isn't he cute? Look at how cute he is. Isn't he handsome? I gotta put you down, Booba. Oh. Hi, Sparks.
Hey, baby.
How you doing?
You okay? How are you?
Say hi to Bugs.
Oh, I think.
It's okay. I have kids that I'm meeting with right now for extra help. You guys, if you finish B, go over your answers. I'll be right back, and then start working on C, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Hey guys, what do you guys get? I'm not done yet.
Yeah, I'm not done with it either.
So the parties, they, I guess, didn't incorporate tax, so tax would be like $33 or something. Unless you pay cash or anything. I don't know if you guys know who Miss Mahaffey is. You guys know who Miss Mahaffey is? Some of you do, right? So
Yeah.
she and I, if you don't, she's the tall blonde across the hall from me with the big curly hair and the big personality. She and I have been playing phone tag all day yesterday. Like anytime I tried to call her, she was doing something anytime. And I mean all day, like all day long. So now, just now, I said I'm meeting with kids. She's like, you need to call me back. This is getting ridiculous, you know? So I'm like, okay. That's why I had to answer that to say 12:30. Yeah, we'll have a call at 12:30. So I figured you knuckleheads would appreciate that. So are we still working on B?
I finished B.
You finished B? Sammy, did you finish B, sweetheart?
Yeah.
You did? Mr. Harrison, how about you?
I'm just working on the percentage.
Okay, well, we'll get to that in a second. So Anthony,
Okay.
how are you?
I'm still working on how to get the shaded region.
Okay, so whoever
stuck.
figured it out, like let's talk, Sienna, let's start with you. What were you thinking as you were doing this problem? Like what's going on in your beautiful mind?
I first found the area of the whole circle.
Okay, so let's start there. So we're gonna do this because we're doing this as a family, right? So I'm gonna go with black. So the area, so you found the area of the whole circle. So you found the area of the whole circle, okay? Which is
153.94.
so
centimeters squared.
49 pi, which is about 153.94.
0.94, yeah.
Okay, so then from there, because it's 49 pi, because the radius of the circle is 7, so 7 squared is 49, 49 pi is 150. Does everybody get that? Okay with that for the total area of the circle?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sam, are you okay? You have a weird look on your face.
Yeah, I don't know why I divided that by 4. Because,
Oh,
like-
hold on. Whoa, hold on. Okay, let's talk about, oh my God, I love that you divided that by 4. Because if you divide it by 4, what are you doing to the circle? Oh my goodness, that's amazing.
I knew that it's 1/4 of the circle.
Ah, so if you divide this by 4, so if I asked you, right, that means that they would take care of, if you divided it by 4, then 1/4 of that would represent that piece of the circle. Yeah, so it would represent 1/4 of the area of the circle. Is that why you divided it by 4? Okay. So the thing is I love that Sienna says, I'm going to start by finding the area of the whole thing. And then Sammy, I love that you jumped in. You're like, I'm dividing that by 4 because you're saying, because what you literally did was you found this whole area here. Yes? When you divide it by 4, that means that represents, this right here represents 1/4 of the total area of the circle. Does that make sense? Like you're a pizza hog, right? That's about 2 slices, right? How many of you eat about 2 slices of pizza when you have a pizza? Anyone? I usually try to go for 2 slices and no more than that, just saying. Okay, so if you divided that by 4, Sammy, what did you have then for when you took the total area? Whoops. When you took the total area and you divided it by 4. What is it, love?
I got 38.49.
Okay, so this area in here represents 38.49. 38.49, right? Okay, so now my question is, because this is almost like the crust, the pizza crust, right?
Yeah, like,
If
I
you think about it in terms
find
of pizza. So let's say that you're like, I'm only gonna eat the crust. I don't like the rest of the pizza. So, you know, I'm only gonna eat that. So how would I figure out just the area of the crust then? Harrison, what do you think we might want to do there?
The area of the crust.
So we know that we found this area here, like this whole area here, which is 1/4 of the whole circle, right?
Yeah.
So now, which we said was all of this, right? If I were to shade this entire area in, all of that I highlighted in black, that represents 38.49. What do I have to take away in order to get the area of the crust? What do I have to subtract out?
360.
Not 360. Look at your picture, right? Because we said we had, if you look at it, to find the area of the crust, you have to take the area of the entire quarter of the circle, which is this right here, which represents the 38.49. What do I literally have to subtract out just to get the pink piece? Like, who's in the way that I need to get rid of? What is
90,
this? What?
90, the 90 degree angle.
Well,
So
what shape do we have to get rid of? Everybody, what's the shape we all need to get rid of?
Triangle.
The area of the triangle. So if I can subtract out the area of the triangle, isn't the area of the triangle going to, you know, once I subtract that out, right? Once I subtract that out, isn't that going to give me what's left over, which is that, they call that a segment, by the way, which is the slice of, which is the crust of the pizza. Harrison, do you see that? So if I take this whole thing here, right? And then all of a sudden I come in here and I take out, whoops, come on, green. And I take out the area of the triangle. Isn't that just going to leave me with this area right here?
Yeah.
You see that? And that's what I was asking you. So I'm just asking you, like, have a little more confidence in yourself, because I think you know that, but I just think you're afraid to be wrong. And I'd rather you just go for it and be wrong, and we'll fix it. Okay, sweetheart? So now we know that the area of this is 38.49. Anthony, how do I get the area of the triangle?
The area of the triangle, you do pi r, no, not pi r squared. You do 7 times 7 divided by 2.
7 times 7 divided by 2. Good. So that means we're doing 38.49 minus 49 divided by 2. What's my area of that?
24.5.
What is it, love?
24.5.
24.5. So the area of that, it's so sloppy, but I just like that my fine work is right here. This little eraser tool is like the greatest thing on the planet. I just want to point that out. So this right here is the area that we just found to be 24.5, right? Now, if I say to you, what percentage of the total area is shaded, right? How would I figure out what percentage of the total area? What did you say?
24.25 is the area of the triangle.
Oh, I wanted I wanted the area of just the piece of crust.
Oh.
That's what I was looking for. I mean, we have it all written out, Anthony, so I just want to do the math and move on. You know what I'm saying? Because we figured out, like, the hardest thing is we figured out that we had to do, find the area of a quarter circle, subtract out the area of the triangle, and that's going to give us the area of the crust that we're talking about. So I just want to know what the area of the crust is. What's the area of the crust?
I got 13.99.
Now we're talking. Sienna, do you agree with that, love?
Yes.
All right, so the area of this is 13 point, what is it, honey?
13.99.
Okay, so this is 13.99 is the area that we're talking about. So now my next question is, it says, what percentage of the total area is shaded? How would I find out the percentage of the total area that's shaded? Anybody?
Yeah, but don't you already know it's 1/4?
Well, if we were to do 1/4 of the area, wouldn't it just be this? Doesn't that represent 1/4 of the area? Right?
Yeah.
That is, yes. Yeah. So that's 25% of the area, which means this is clearly going to be less than what percent?
25.
It's going to be less than 25%. We already know that. So if we want to find out what that percentage is, what would we do? We would do? There's two ways we can approach this. So we can take the actual area of that divided by the total area, and then multiply that answer times, because it's a percentage, 100. So we could do 13.99, divide that by 153.94, that should be a 9, multiply that times 100, and that'll get you the percentage that we're talking about. So what do you guys wind up with?
9.
What is it? So 13.99 divided by 153.94, and then times 100 is,
9%.
it's about
9.1.
9.1%. So it's about 9.1%. Now you can also do it using a proportion. So if you also want to find the area of this as a proportion, we know that 153.94 represents what percentage of the circle's area? 153.94 represents what percentage of this here, everybody?
25.
100.
No. 153.94 is the area of the,
Oh, the whole circle.
so 153.194 represents then what percentage of the circle, everybody?
100.
100. Good. So we can do 153 over 100 is equal to 13.99 divided by X, and then we can go ahead and solve that out, and we're still going to wind up with 9.1%. Okay? Is
Okay.
everybody okay with that?
Yeah, I did it that way.
You did it this way?
With the proportion.
Oh, I love it. And so long as you're consistent with your proportions, that's awesome. Did you get 9.1%?
Yeah,
Awesome.
I was just writing the other way.
Love it. How are we doing with C, gang? How are we doing with C?
I got C.
You got C?
Oh,
Who's still
I
working
didn't
on
finish.
C? Who needs a little time for C?
I just
Okay.
I do.
If you're done with C, move on to A, okay? If you're done with C, move on to A. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase some of this stuff so we have a little bit of space to work. This is good for my... This isn't working as quickly as I wanted to. I guess because I'm just trying to... Forget we're looking for the area of the shaded region for letter C. And then for number 1, if you're done, who finished? Who said that they finished? Sienna, did you say that you finished letter C?
Yes.
You can assume number 1 is an equilateral triangle, okay? So you're going to use that in your favor to figure out what it is that you need to do, okay?
Okay.
It's a little bit of a tricky one, but again, remember, if you're trying to find the area of the triangle, you need base times height, right? Yeah, so good luck with that. So as those of you who are working on part B, I'm going to ask you to think about what do you need to find, and like, you know, because you're finding areas of shaded regions, you have to subtract things out, yes? So those are the things that I want you to think about. So as you are working through it, say, you know what, I need to find the area of this, and I have to subtract out the area of this, and blah, blah, blah. So those are the kinds of things that you want to say to yourself as you're doing that. Ready? Okay, are we ready to take a look at letter C? Are we ready, gang?
Yeah.
Yes or no? I can't hear you.
I need a little more time.
I'm ready for C.
For those of you who are ready to go on to letter A, think about what the 18 centimeters represents. Think about what the 18 centimeters represents and how that's going to help in some way, shape, or form help you solve out the circle. Harrison, are you working on the percentage of area that is shaded, or are you still working on finding the actual area?
I'm still working on the actual area.
Okay. Sammy, are you finished with letter C, honey?
Yeah, I'm on A.
What'd you say?
I'm
You're
on
okay.
A.
Okay.
I just
So Harrison, you keep working on letter C. I'm going to start letter A with everybody else. Okay, honey?
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So on letter A for you guys, one of the things that, if you want to find the area of the shaded region, right? You can assume that, first of all, that this is an equilateral triangle. Okay, I should have said that in the beginning, that this is equilateral. So all three sides are equal, which means all three
Angles are
all the angles are equal. So if I want to find the area of the shaded region, what am I technically going to do? I have to find what first?
the area of the whole circle.
I got to find the area of the circle, right? And then what do I have to do from there, Anthony?
Divided by 3.
We could, but if you just look at it in terms of its purity, right? Then you're taking, if I find the area of the circle, right, it's going to take care of all of this space here, right? So in order to get the area of those three things, all I have to do is take out what?
The triangle.
The area of the triangle, exactly. So here's the thing. So I have to find the area of the circle and I have to find the area of the triangle, right? What do you think is going to be easier to find, the area of the circle or the area of the triangle? Sammy.
the triangle.
What's the area? Well,
Oh, wait, are you asking which one's easier or?
which one's easier to find, the area of the circle?
Oh, the circle probably.
Because what do you already have in the circle?
You already know that's like 8. You have the 18, and then you also know that
And
all the
18
sides
is
are
who? Good girl. And in terms of 18, 18 is who in terms of the circle?
Wait, 18's what?
What is 18 in terms of the circle in
Oh,
relation?
the radius.
Yeah, it's awesome because we already have that in our pocket. So we can find the area of the circle. So can you three do me a favor and find the area of that circle? Yell it out.
1017.88.
Okay, so 1017.88 takes care of the area of the circle, right? That's the area of the circle. So now we have to figure out what the area of the triangle is. Everybody ready? This is going to be far more interesting than the area of the circle. So what I would want you guys to do at this point is, you see how you go from the center to the vertex of this triangle, of this vertex center out to this vertex. You're going to want to draw this out to that vertex, and you're going to want to draw that out to that vertex. And you know that these are all 18, and that these are all 18. So if you look at this, do you see that we have 3 congruent triangles? Do you all see that we have 3 congruent triangles? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out here and I'm going to take out one of those congruent triangles. Okay. And this is 18, and then this is going to be 18 over here. Are you guys all right with what I'm doing? So I'm taking this triangle right here, and I'm putting it outside this guy right there. Okay. Now, I have a question for you. What are the measures of these 3 angles here in the center? What are the measures of each of those angles in the center? How would I find them? Look at what I literally just drew. What did I literally just draw?
A circle.
Ah, I just saw a circle. So I know the sum of all 3 of the angles has to be how much?
360.
360. So that means each angle must be how much?
120.
Each one's
120.
going to be 120. So I know that this is 120, this is 120, this is 120. If I come over here, I know that this is going to be 120, right? And if I want to find the area of a triangle, the area of a triangle is base times height. Noticing neither of which we have, whatever you guys agree with that. We don't have a base and height yet, do we?
No.
No. So what we're going to do is first thing is we should do is draw in what should we automatically draw in? We have a base because this is our base, but we definitely need a height. So we need to figure out what the height is. And remember, when we have this, I'm going to draw this even bigger so we can see it even better. We know that that's 18, that's 18. So when I draw in this guy right here, what does that make each one of these angles here? What's each one of these angles? Guys, the whole thing's 120. So what is that? Each one of these is going to be how much? These two angles. Harrison, if this whole thing is 120, what does that make each one of these?
60.
60 degrees. Good. So that's going to be 60, and then that's also going to be 60 degrees, right? So now, if we want to find the base and height, who's coming to the party, everybody? Who's coming to the party if I want to find out what my base and height are?
Sohcahtoa.
Sohcahtoa, exactly. So we're going to use Sohcahtoa. So again, and I would label my height X, I would label this guy Y, which means, you know, that this is going to be 2Y by the time it's all said and done. So you guys are going to solve this triangle right over here. So you're going to take that triangle, which is your, you know, this is 18, this is 60, this is Y, this is X. So how about this? Sammy and Sienna, you guys find X. Anthony and Harrison, you guys find Y.
Okay.
So
So
that's
I have another call in like 2 minutes.
okay. Well, we still have 2 minutes, don't we?
Okay.
So let's see what we can figure out, and then you can hang up, okay, Boo Boo?
Okay.
All right. Because we're almost done, and then you can watch the rest of the video if you want to later, because I will post this. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I asked. So you and Sienna are finding X. Harrison and Anthony, you guys are finding Y. Yeah. Okay, do we have a value for X?
Not yet.
So did you guys need to get your calculators? Do you need a quick review on Sohcahtoa? Is everybody okay?
Yeah. Just.
Yeah.
Harrison, what equation am I going to use to find Y, honey? So in relation to the 60, this is the side that is
That's the opposite.
opposite, and we're given the
Hypotenuse.
yes. So that means who are you going to use to find out what Y is? Opposite over hypotenuse?
You would use the tangent.
No. The opposite over the hypotenuse is the sine. So we're going to do the sine of 60 is equal to Y over 18, right? And then over here, we're going to do the cosine of 60 is equal to X over 18. I believe you should have gotten 9. Did you get 9, ladies?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You all should have gotten 9. Yes or no? I sure hope so.
For X?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I thought I was looking at Y, but I
Yeah.
didn't see that.
No, so Y, so we're doing the 18 times the sine of 60. And you guys should have 15.6. Y is equal to 15.6. Did everybody see that we should get Y is equal to 15.6?
Yep.
Anthony, do you have that?
Yeah.
I sure hope so, because again, so anything we learn is always going to be on this stuff. So we know that this is equal to 9, and we know that this is equal to 15.6, which means the entire base is going to be twice that, which is 31.2, right? So this is 31.2. So if I find the, which by the way, this triangle we just solved for is only for this triangle. So if we find the area is going to be equal to 1/2 times your base, which is 31.6, right? Times your height, which is 9, right?
Yes.
So the
Michelle,
area,
can I
you have to multiply that by how much?
3.
area of one triangle. So now I have to multiply that by
3.
3 triangles. Good, because I have to multiply that by 3 triangles. Is everybody following? Am I going too
Yeah,
fast?
Seashell, can I go? Because my class started.
Okay.
Thank
So that
you.
means, so this is for the triangles, we have to do 1/2 times the base times the height of just this triangle, and we're multiplying it by 3 triangles. So the total area, so the area of the entire triangle is how much?
Area for all the for the
Yeah,
one
all
big
the
triangle.
Yes.
421.2.
I got 426.6 myself because I have 1/2 times 31.6 times 9 times 3, right?
I thought it was 31.2.
Is it 31.2? It is 31.2. I'm sorry, you were correct. Okay, so let me go in here and whoops. Okay, 31.2. And then 421.2, Anthony?
Yes.
Okay, so going over here, so with that said, remember, if we go back, the area of the circle was 1017.88. We now know the area of this triangle right here, which is the whole equilateral triangle, is 421.2. So now the area of the shaded region is going to be the difference of those two. So it's going to be 1017.88 minus the 421.2. So your total area of that shaded region should be 596.68. Are we all okay with that? Just worry about following me, follow along, and then you can go back and watch this later. So that's how we would find that. And then to find the percentage of the total shaded area, we're going to take 596.68 and divide it by the total area, which is 1017.88, and then multiply that answer times 100. So divide that by 1017.88, and I get 58.6%. So this should be 58.6% by the time it's all said and done. Okay? Now, going back to letter C, because we're running out of time, we're way over, is we would find how many of you found the area of the circle and then just simply subtracted out the area of the triangle. Right? If you did that, raise of hands on a show of hands on part C that you just found the area of the total circle, right? The total area of the total circle, and then subtract out the area of the triangle. And that will get you that area that you are on the hunt for, that we are looking for. So that's how we would do it. So the answer you should have gotten for that, if I go back, is, hold on, is 446.43. Did we get around 446.43 should be the area of that shaded region, okay? And then the percentage that it covers is 84.1%, okay? Are we all good with that? So those are the answers that you should have had for those. If you need to see me or talk to me about going over it, then go ahead and do that. If you're struggling, because again, remember, you're finding the area of the circle and you're subtracting it from the area of the triangle. So Harrison, if you struggled with that, just make sure that you go back and take a look at it. Okay, sweetheart?
Okay.
All right. My goodness. Hot mess today. All right, so thank you for all of your help, for all of your patience, and I am going to stop sharing, and then I'm going to let this stop recording.